Okay, we're going to draw some buildings, and we'll start off with the Eiffel Tower. I'm going to draw it first, and then I'm going to break it up into stages so that you can draw it easier. So first of all, I'm going to start off, I'm looking at my Eiffel Tower, and as you can see, the base of it kind of has a feeling of a triangle. It's got a diagonal line, straight line across the bottom, and another diagonal up. And then, instead of going up into a triangle, it just flattens across the top like that. The next section almost looks like a giant A, so I'm going to leave a capital A rather. I'm going to leave a little bit of an edge there, not much, and I'm going to go up like that to do my capital A. The next section is kind of a giant triangle going up into a massive point. Now this section of it is kind of, well, it's the same size as the whole of the rest of it, so we can get that part there and go up, put a dot, and we know that it's going to come to about there. So I'm trying to aim for the center of it, just off the edge again, and I'm just going to aim up very lightly, pressing as light as I can, going up to that point. Like that. Okay, so it looks like a sort of a traffic cone at the moment, but let's see if we can change that. First of all, we're going to give some shape. We're going to put in an archway here, but here's a few clues of how we can do it. So I'm going to do a little line across like this, across there, near the top, a little bit higher up than that. And then I'm going to draw a sort of faint line heading up that way, and the same one there. And this gives us a little angle for our archway. So I'm going to put an arch in like that, not quite skimming it to the top there. So there's my arch. Okay, I'm going to go up to the second section now. Like I said, my capital A. So I'm going to draw a line up, across like a capital A, and then down. And notice I'm using these lines as my little guides, because what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing for the next layer up. We're going to kind of use these lines going up like that to create the top of our triangle. And now where that point is, that can go up the top there. So we're using those lines to inform us of where that triangle goes. Let's start adding a bit of detail in. So first thing easily to do is just adding a kind of little square at the top here. This will change a little bit. We're just going to do a little square at the top. And then we're going to just gently bring those lines down a little bit there. Not so much at the top, though. I can't like that to look a little square and flattish there. And now we'll start adding some more details to it. There's a sort of view of the building there, so I'm just going to put a line up there, little line there, and just keep it simple for now, a straight line going across. And then for each of the windows there, I'm just going to draw sort of straight lines down, with double lines if you want to, if you've got enough room, for like the viewing area. Okay, and at the bottom here we can see some more things. Where this is, I'm going to just draw a little curve in there, across, I could do another archway there, and I could draw little lines going up there like a little clock face. In this row above, I'm just going to draw crosses. Okay, it's not exactly like it is on the picture. There's a lot more crosses on there, but it gives you a basic idea. And here I'm just going to draw some crosses going down that. If we look on it, we can actually see some star shapes like that as well. Okay, so cross there, line down, okay, and line across. You can start to see, from very simple drawing, we're creating a kind of quick effect of this Eiffel Tower. I've got up here, I'm going to draw a line across, there, another one above it, and then that one, I'm just going to do lots of small, very small crosses, almost like cross hatching. Lines going that way, lines going back, and then same here. I'm going to do that, but this one I'm going to draw a line across, a slightly little mini rectangles. from there. And inside there, it's going to do crosses again. Go all the way across it. Okay, and then we go to the next section here. We've got these bits come down, so we're just going to do bigger crosses. Don't worry about not getting exactly the amount that's on the picture. For now, it's literally just to get the impression of this very complex matrix of cables and wires and bolts and metal bars holding it all together. And on this section here, I'm going to just tighten up this bit. Look, there's a slight curve to this. So bring it up there, the same there. Not too big a curve, just a slight one. And in the center here, I'm going to do some crosses. But then on the side, I'm doing the bigger crosses, going all the way up to the top. I say, don't worry about it being perfect. This is, if we had more time, we could really look at the detail on it, but we want to get the general impression. We are simplifying this picture to get our Eiffel Tower. Otherwise, it would take too long. Now it's looking pretty good. The Eiffel Tower, I'm looking at slightly 3D, so I can show here the underside or the other side of the Eiffel Tower. So that goes across like that, because we are slightly looking up at it. And I'm going to just draw that slightly shaded. But I'm still going to give it some of the complexities that you can see there. So that bar is going up on the other side the same as it goes up on the side. You can't quite see it on that side there. And inside here, as we've got that line going across, we can actually see the underside of it there as well. So I'm going to shade that in slightly. And I'll draw the lines across again. You can see them there. Okay, so that's the base, that's the Eiffel Tower, all dressed up and looking good. Okay, next, you can add some more details if you want, look into the bits that you can see, okay, on the Eiffel Tower. Okay, but how do we do this? So stage one, I'm just going to draw the base, which is that sort of triangle shape with a flat top. And then stage two, I'm going to draw again, so we've got the flat base, so it's like a triangle with the top cut off. And then the next stage was we're drawing like a capital A. Press lightly is your best friend in art. And inside there we're just going to draw a simple shape, so it looks like a capital A. You can bring those lines down as well, like that. Okay, stage three, and I'm going to do this down here because it's a bit smaller, too little room. So we're going to do triangle, top cut off, capital A, inside of the capital A, run all the way down, and then measure that, put it back there so we can have the top there. Okay, and then we're going to do triangle shape going up to it. Okay, so now stage four. We're going to then draw a line across here and draw a curve shape inside. Press lightly as always. And then we'll go up to the next one and we're going to draw a line going across here. Okay, and then on this bit we're going to draw a section there, and we're going to draw a section sort of coming out there, and we're going to draw a small square at the top there. triangle, so you can see we're going to follow these lines up, so we can keep those lines going up to create a nice triangle there. And as that line goes up, it's going to go right to the top. And then it's just adding the detail. So in this section here, I'm going to draw another little line across. And we're going to do that as very small, almost like cross-hatching lines there. Okay. I'm going to draw another archway just above that one. Have little lines going up, almost like a clock face just going out. Okay, and in this section here, we're going to draw a cross and another cross. Put a line down and across there, almost like little Union Jacks. So cross, another cross, line down, line across there, line across there. For this top bit here, another little line there, across, and in this section we're going to do lots of crosses. Again, don't worry about being too accurate for this stage. And then we're going to do this as a little watchtower, so it's got little lines coming up. If you want, you can double them up to make them look a little bit thicker. The supports. And again, in this section here, you can just do crosses. So I'm going to do about 3 crosses down like that. Okay, and in this section here again, cross hatching. And for this section here there, I'm just going to do the crosses going across, but I'm just going to put one little there, and then the cross is going across 1, 2, 3. And I could put 6 in there, but it takes a bit longer, so I'm just going to leave it at that. And then on this, I'm just going to do the crosses going all the way up. And little crosses in there. And you can see, guys, we've got quite a nice little Eiffel Tower going on there, and it's just then about adding little details to it. Having a look at the picture, see what you can see things that I can't see at this point in time. With the panes of glass going down, maybe you're looking for 3 dimensions there, so you're going to push that line back there. We're going to do the lines underneath there, a little bit of shading in. It's hard to see what it is. And on that side there, going to give a little bit of 3D shape there, shade it in because it's in shadow. Okay, and you can sort of see where we're coming at it. So looking for these small things all the time. Give a little shadow there, the underside of that one. And hopefully, as you look at it, you can see what I've done there. Okay, so our Statue of Liberty is actually standing on a plinth. Like that, we'll come to that later. But then we're going to draw the body of the Statue of Liberty very lightly as a rectangle. Okay. And then, next step, we're going to draw an egg shape for the head. And we're going to do a little rectangle there for the book sticking out the side. We're going to do another rectangle here for the rolled up sleeve, and then the arm. It's getting a little bit straighter, more further up there, just off the sleeve. You can imagine the shoulder's going to be there, but it's not quite straight up because we're going to save that for when we do the lamp that it's holding, the torch, which is a straight up touch there, and across, And let's put the indication of a flame there. Next things we can do is do the head. So we're going to do the Alice band going across like that. Do the parting of the hair coming down like that. And then the spikes. 1 coming out the side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. And we're going to draw the hand on the book. So we'll just do some fingers, little indication of fingers there. And we'll do the sleeve coming back there. And there's a little bit of sleeve dropping down there. Now let's do some detail on the arms. So first thing I want to do is that sleeve kind of drapes down like that. Okay, so that we can reveal in the arm going in to there. And we're going to quickly draw the sleeve going across the body there. And then the band going across here. Also I'm going to do this little line down here, and that's great because it can show off V going that way. We're just doing, then we're looking for the kind of, looking for the creases coming off. Right, for the eyes, don't be overcomplicated, just do sort of upside down L's. And for the mouth, little line across like that. So we draw the head back in, so it gives the indication. And later on we can do a little bit more shadow around there and look a bit more like a head. And let's do the fingers on one side of the torch and the thumb on the other. If you look carefully, you can see that this part of the hand sort of comes out and shows off the forearms, and it comes in a little bit. Okay, and one sneaky little thing, I can kind of half see a foot coming through there, so I'll put some lines coming down to show the creases of the fabric. Now the other thing we can do then is start narrowing it off, like I can put a bit of a neck on and round off that shoulder. I'm just going to round off this bit here, it's pulling up that way, but I'm going to have that bumping out a little bit so you can show the sleeves coming in. Okay, and I'm going to do lots of creases around that way there. Okay. And a rubber's really our best friend there because we can start getting rid of some of the little bits and details that we don't need. And like I said before, then we can start adding a bit of details on. So I'm going to look at the face and just do a little bit of shading on the side of the nose, little end to the nose there, bit of shade in there. And I'm going to look side of the cheeks there. I'm going to do the cheekbones with a little bit of shade in, and a little bit of shade on the cloth there. And suddenly it's starting to look really realistic. So this side of the buildings in this picture got a lot more light to it, so that informs us where the creases are going to have shadows on them. Okay, and that's our Statue of Liberty. If I kind of look on that, I can do it to box off there, and there are these sort of little towers there. Have a look closely at the book. It gives you an important date on the book for the Statue of Liberty. Okay, and the torch isn't quite the way I've drawn it. It's kind of a flame going off to the side there, so just have a quick look at that. A little bit of shade on the side of the arm there. Okay, that's my simplified Statue of Liberty. So how am I going to draw it? Okay, well, let's draw the base. If I'm looking at that, I'm not happy. The body's a bit short on it. So I'm going to do it again, give a little bit of indication of the base that she's standing on. Then I'm going to draw a taller rectangle, I think, this time. Okay, so it's just basically almost like a square or a rectangle with a long rectangle on it. Then I'm going to add an egg shape for the head. I'm going to draw, so we've got that, nice simple. Then we're going to have a rectangle coming out to the side for the book that she's carrying. Then Then I've got another rectangle there to show her sleeves. Not too big, but her sleeves are a bit thicker than her arm. Notice how that's gone off at an angle there. Well, we're going to slightly straighten the arm. Not totally, but slightly straightened and off at an angle there. Okay, when I'm happy with the length, I'm going to draw the torch come down. That does come down straight. Okay, and then put the top on the torch there. If you want to, you can just add a bit of a flame effect there. So the next one I'm going to do, I'm going to add the Alice band details. So I'm going to just draw a line across like that, another strip, and we can start adding the spikes. So one coming out the side like that, one coming out the side like that, and one coming out a little bit of an angle there. Same angle on the other side. Because we've got to get 7 spikes in this somehow. So we're going to do another 2 there, and 1 up pointed. Okay. Quite complicated that. So it's now it's band and there's 7 spikes. So 3 on one side, 3 on the other, and 1 in the middle. Do it as small as you can. The hair, it's got a kind of centre part in that comes down, and it informs the shape of the hair at the back there. So it comes down, that like part in. You can sort of see the hair connecting up like that. Okay, now we're going to concentrate on just finishing the face off, which is 2 upside down L's. For the eyes and the bridge of the nose, a line for the nose and a little line for the mouth, and just then give an indication where the neck's going to go down. We'll then look at the creases in the arms. So if we first crease, give it a loop down like that, so it shows them where this arm is going into the sleeve, and then you can add a few more creases because there's quite a few creases on that first bit, and then it sort of sinks into the body more. You can round off that shoulder there as well, bring it up to where the neck is. Then we have a crease going down at an angle. Okay, and that's going to pump out a little bit there. As you see, it kind of goes up then at another angle that way, and it kind of ties here. It's quite important, that tie area, because that creates a little crease going down the middle there, and it folds down that way, and it folds delicately across the body in a sort of diagonal that way as well. Okay, and that's really important, because then you can start drawing lines from it. You can see there's one line going up like that. Okay, you can see there's a line sort of going nearly all the way down, then that goes off at an angle and then back up. Creases off that way. Okay, and there's another line down, that creases almost to the bottom there. Okay, and then there's just lines coming down to show the drapes of the fabric. Come down like that. Okay, and we get the idea of the robes there. Up this part there is just a little indication. You can sort of see her shape there. I'm going to give a little V around the neck there just to show that's revealing there. And round off the shoulder there. Now, that book's not just magically appeared. You can see the arm is sticking out to hold it, and there's little fingers there. Okay, and then just behind it, you can see sort of the shape of the rest of the sleeve coming down. Go back up to this arm just to finish, and we're going to put the thumb there, and we're going to draw the fingers there. Okay, and if you really want to be careful, you can see the shape of the arm there, guys. It comes out, there's the sort of forearm, and it comes out to the elbow, and that just tucks then in to the sleeve. Now the drawings there's pretty much finished. As I say, you can start to add a bit of detail on the there onto the plinth, and you can add some shading. I can see this side of the body is a lot darker than the other side. Please have a little bit of research and find out what is on the Statue of Liberty, what writing is written there. It's a date. It's very important for Americans. Okay, and I'm just going to shade it in where we think the shading is. Okay, to give it a 3D effect. Make it a little bit dark there to show the crease in the fabric. Okay, and a few more creases down there just to show folds in the fabric quite naturally. This side of the arm is slightly in shadow, so I'm going to do a little bit of tone on that side, a little bit of tone there, and I'm going to look at the face as well, because if I look at that, guys, I can see that this side of the face has got a little bit of shadow inside the nose there, the eye socket, and the cheekbone, and that creates a really nice effect for the face. A little bit on the hair as well. Okay, and that, I think, is my Statue of Liberty shaded in and looking good. Okay, guys, like I say, look for any detail you can see. You might want to make that slightly smaller, show the edges along there. You can add all that detail yourself, but this is the simplified version of it. Okay, good luck.